Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear my lovely voice? I hope the answer is yes. Can you hear me? I'm here with my. I'm going to try putting the microphone closer to my mouth. Yes? All right. I am going to wait for. Let's see. Oh, good. Okay. The sound is fine. Awesome. Well, it's getting to be spooky time. It's getting to be, October, where we celebrate Halloween. The raven is loud. Oh, and he's gone. We're going to be reciting The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe with the help of Riley? Is this Riley? Or is this Xander Eldridge? I honestly can't tell. Oh, here we go. Ready? All right. I know this poem quite well, but we're gonna go. It's Riley. Okay. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak, and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this and nothing more." Distinctly I remember. It was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books. Eek! Surcease of sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore, nameless here forevermore. The silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain chilled me, then thrilled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door." Hold up. The raven muted everything all of a sudden. Can we still hear? "Just some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. This it is and nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger. Hesitating then no longer, "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore, but the fact is, I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door, darkness there and nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the whisper word there spoken was the word Lenore. This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word Lenore. Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon again I heard the tapping somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then what thereat is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind, and nothing more. Open here I flung the shutter, when with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped a stately chicken of the stately days of yore." Are you from the stately days of yore? The stately days. Oh, I'm sorry, I misquoted. It's a raven. From the stately days of yore. Not the least obeisance, maybe. Not a minute stopped or stayed, but with me, mien of lord or lady, perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat and nothing more. Then this ebony bird beguiling? Are you beguiling me? You're beguiling, aren't you? You're beguiling. My sad fancy into smiling by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore. Though thy crest be shorn and shaven now, art surely no craven. You're not a craven, are you? No, you're not. You're not a craven. No. Ghastly, grim. I'm sorry, I don't really mean this. And ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore. You pooped on my chair. Okay. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Beep, 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 beep. Much I marveled at this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly. Little, though its answer a little meaning, little relevancy bore, for we can't help but agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast, upon the sculptured bust of Pallas just above his chamber door with such a name as Nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely on that placid bust, spoke only that one word, as if in his soul that one word he did outpour. Nothing farther than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, oh my God, I'm sorry. Other friends have flown before. On the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before. Then the bird said, beep, 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 nevermore. You can be right there. It's okay, you can be there. You can be there. Startled at the stillness broken by a reply so aptly spoken, doubtless, said I, what it utters is its only stock in store, and caught from so unhappy master, whom unmerciful disaster followed fast and followed faster till it's his songs one burden bore, till the dirges of his hope and that melancholy burden bore of nevermore. But the raven, still beguiling all my fancy into smiling. Straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of bird and bust into door. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and ominous bird of yore meant in croaking nevermore. This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. This and more I sat divining, peep, 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 with my head at ease reclining on the cushion's velvet lining that the lamplight gloated o'er. Uh-oh. What happened? You okay? Okay, good. But whose velvet lining with the lamplight gloating o'er, she shall press out nevermore. Then methought the air grew denser, perfumed by an unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. Wretch! I cried. My God! Oops. Okay, maybe not. Well, I gotta replace that blanket. Thy God, wretch! You're not really a wretch. Thy God hath led thee by the angels he hath sent thee. Am I saying that right? Yeah, I am. Respite, and nepenthe from the memories of Lenore. Quaff, oh quaff this kind nepenthe, and forget this lost Lenore, quoth the raven. Peep, 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 peep. Nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil. I'm not really talking to you. We're just acting. acting, okay? You're not really a thing of evil. Prophet, said I, thing of evil. Just kidding. You're sweet. Prophet stilleth, bird or devil. Whether tempter sent or tempest tossed thee here ashore, desolate yet all undaunted on this desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted. Tell me truly, I implore. Is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil. Prophet still if bird or devil, by that heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore. Tell this soul, with sorrow laden, if within the distant Aden, it shall clasp a sainted maiden whom the angels name Lenore. Clasp a rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Where are you going? Oh my God, no, you can't leave. Okay, well, just stay there for now. Okay, how's that? Be that word our sign of parting. Yeah, you see, you jumped ahead of the game. Now is our sign of parting. Now we're supposed to be parting ways. Bird or fiend, I shrieked, upstarting. I didn't shriek, right? Bird or fiend. I love you. I'm not mad. I'm really not mad. Get thee back into the tempest and the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as a token of lie. Thy soul has spoken. Quit. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quit the bust above my door. Take thy beak from out my heart, and take thy form from off my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven, never flitting, still is sitting on the pallid bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door. And his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming. And the lamplight over him streaming casts his shadow on the floor. And my soul from out that shadow shall be lifted nevermore. That's our performance. I hope you liked it. This is Riley. And Riley played the part of the raven. And I played the part of the narrator. And I hope you can hear me and say goodnight to Riley, because Riley has done a very, very good job. Riley did definitely poop. See the poop? And there's even more poop you can't see, but it's okay. That's the cost of doing business with a bird. We love our raven. Oh, it's a raven, not a chicken. Say nevermore. Say nevermore. Yep, you heard it, right? Nevermore.